Hi everybody, welcome to K&R's Adventures and Happenings, and this is Adventures and rental renovation number 5. So been a little delay on getting the videos out. As you can see, I am sporting this awesome looking arm trap here. So I had some rotator cuff surgery done. I am 4 weeks out, and well, that's what the slowdown's been. So let's give you an update as to what's been happening in the last 4 weeks. So we have all the wall color down now. We got orangey yellow. I think that's more orange. This transitions to more yellow. And the railing here was white. I scraped that in order to roughen it up so I could, when I painted it, it was going to adhere a little bit better. Well, it all started coming up real easy, so I brought it all the way down to the wood and we stained it. I stained it the same color as the floor. And I think the last time we were in the video, the base cabinets had just started going in. So base cabinets are all in. As upper cabinets are in. Countertop is in. Lights are functioning. Ceiling fan went in just this past weekend. We are working on getting the under cabinet lights. Got the outlet already there, so I guess we're on this side. Yep, get the under cabinet lights right there. So that'll be nice, and that will be operated by the switch. One of these switches, I think it's this one, will operate the, let's see, this one, that one operates light over the sink. And this one, that one's not powered up yet. So, yep, base cabinets are in. Dishwasher has been ordered and should be in sometime this week. We have the island. That came out really, really well. We decided not to go with an overhang over here for bar seating. So we'll just have the overhang on this side. We got the blanket protecting the work surface so it does not get scratched, but we'll see what happens. So there's that single panel. It's a 4x8 sheet that we got cut down so we could put that there. Get the outlet and a switch in, so if you want some reaching. So we got lights on top of the island, and they're all on dimmer switches. I don't know if you saw that a little bit. So we slide that, and all the ceiling lights are on dimmer switches. So brought that down on this side of the room, bring those up nice. They're flush, makes the whole room nice and evenly lit. So if you are having a gathering, then it just gives it more of an even lighting. We can turn off the lights however we want. Ceiling light on. Separate switch for the fan. I like ceiling fan. Just makes it so much more. Which one does this? There we go. I don't know why the light's not working. Must have hooked it up. I didn't hook it up, so. Anyways, it just gives, I prefer the ceiling fan. And then you can shut it off when you don't need it. It just nice, move the air around. I know a lot of people don't like ceiling fans, but I do. Gives you that extra breeze. So we finally got this planed down so it's flush with the drywall. Let's see if I can do this. Hold the camera with the not so good arm. So that's now flush. Oh, he hasn't done this side yet. I think the battery ran out, so he hasn't done. Yeah, see how it butts up? I can't twist myself. So there's a little bit of a. There we go. There's the gap. So it's not flush as it should be. I think if you come over here on this side, no, this side isn't done either. So I guess the battery ran out in the on the planer, so that is currently charging. We have the radiators finally put in. They're all painted and they've been installed. We blew out the actual radiator fins. Wow, there was so much dust in there over the years, plus all the construction dust. We were blowing out big size fur balls. I don't know if you can see the door and the trim. We've got a white door and the cream trim. I've got picked up a can of spray paint of cream. I took a sample of the trim down and I think I got it pretty close. It's a, what is it? I think it's a Rust-Oleum. Yeah, here we go. Rust-Oleum Ultra Cover Paint Primer for wood, metal, plastic, and more. It's heirloom white. So I think it's going to match up pretty close with the, yeah, so there's the white. That angle, it looks like everything's white. So in the store, the cap and the sample piece that I brought in all seem to be the same. So I picked that up. It'll be better than white. All right, what else we got? We got the fan installed. Nice hood vent. We've got lights. Then you get your different fan speeds. And at some point we will add in the vent to vent it outside. But right now, that's not high on the priority list, so we'll get that done eventually. Did the black knobs on the clear coat on the cabinets. We didn't notice until we got them up, but that's maple trim around the panels. And then this looks to be oak on oak. And then we come around to a darker oak. Must be the scrap or something. Oops. Then we get another panel or another door that has an oak panel, and it has looks to be maple trim. So maple oak. This one almost looks like hickory, but I don't know, I think it's just a weird oak trim. So I put in a request to see if we could get another set of doors sent to us, at least. This one here, right next to the sink, one with the two with the maple trim. So we'll see if we get a response back from anybody. And then pretty soon, sometime maybe today or I'm not sure. Pretty soon, the next couple of days, I'm going to start installing the backsplash, blue. So I think the blue off with the right next to the orange, that's just going to pop it really nice. See if I can get these up here without making them fall. All right. So we're going to do a, probably space them out, maybe about 1/8 of an inch, and we'll do it do it 50-50. I don't think, not sure what it's called, but we're going to run it all the way under all the cabinets, just on the sink wall, and then we're going to go all the way up to the ceiling, over the window. Well, obviously over the window, ceiling, silly me. Across the back, around the corner, and then we're going to come over here where we're going to do, I'll show you the tiles when I get into the other room. Don't have any out here, put them all back. So they're going to be, lights it up a bit. We're going to have a bunch of 4x4 tile. So it's going to go up, over, and then back down. And then we're going to do the field over here with the blue. And the back of the stove comes to about here. So we're just going to drop it a little bit below the stove, and that's where we're going to stop at the last full tile. Baseboards are in. They're attached into the, I think it's attached. Yeah, it's attached here. We've got the door frame that's been painted, just waiting for somebody with 2 good arms to come and attach that. I can't play with the power tools. Oh, love playing with power tools. Anyways, I can't do it. I gotta wait. So we get the trim there. I think the trim was attached. I know I had pushed it in with the old nails, but I don't know if it got fully secured. Nah, that needs to be resecured. So, all right. Last time we came over here, this room was green, and I was painting in here with, I had the drying racks, the clothes drying racks, and I was using that to hold the cabinet doors. So after we got that done, we got it emptied, and I think I was telling you that we were just going to scuff the floor so we could just put a fresh coat of polyurethane on here. And my son, our son, who is going to be moving in here, decided he wanted the floors to match. So he chose to take it all the way down to bare wood. So that put us back about another week by the time he sanded it and put the stain on and the multiple coats of polyurethane. And then they decided that they wanted to change the color of the room. So it's a nice blue. Blends in with the some of the tiles that we are going to be putting in on the back of the stove. And then we've got the doors. Let's see. This door, we started installing and it was getting late, and we got to readjust the door. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to bring that hinge in just a little bit more, or cut, we're going to cut the door for the hinge just a little bit more to compensate for the amount that we're off. So we're off a little bit more, I think, on the bottom than we are on the top. The top's just, the top looks like it's clearing just a little bit, but the bottom is touching. Yeah, you can't see the gap between the jamb and where the door closes. And the other thing we got to do is we've got to trim the bottom of the door because old house, floor's not level. So we got to trim that back a little bit and see if we can get the door to swing completely open. Took all the paint off the hinges. Polished them up. Well, I sanded them with some sandpaper and a little bit of steel wool. So got it cleaner than it was. So, and then after we get that other door in, we'll get the room door in. that's the old door. So the other door is on the porch. So we'll get the room door in. And, well, I've showed you the bedroom. They've moved their stuff in there, so nothing's changed in there. Oh, yes, we put, that's right, in the bathroom. We did the, come on, open the door. In here, we got the shower stall. Enclosure done. But ran into another issue. Remember I said the house, the floor isn't even? Well, floor's not even. So many years ago when the shower pan was put in, it was not put in where the bottom half right here was made level. It was just put in so that it was in contact with the floor. We did not do this, somebody else did it. So even though there is a slope on the inside of the tub, it's higher here, and then of course it's a lot lower by the drain. So the water does flow to the drain, but the doors do not hang right. So we made an adjustment on the top. We put in a, let's see if we can get this. We cheated. We made an adjustment. We put in, can't see it, I don't think. There is a piece of wood that we put in there that we screwed, used some extra screws to raise this top rail up a little higher, which is great. The doors slide. They don't slide back where they're not supposed to. But another issue came up where, as you slide the door, there is now a gap at the bottom of the door. And when I get it a little further, oh, this is hard one-handed. Anyways, there's a gap. Let's see if we can do this. There's a gap right here. That's not good, because now water's going to go there. So we need to figure out a solution to making the, I'm not sure what we're going to do. We might go to the hardware store and see if we can get another piece, either another L-shaped bracket that we're going to attach in here to raise it up another 1.5 inches for that side where it's low and it's showing there's the gap. But I don't know. We got this plastic piece in here, right here, that helps keep the doors from banging against each other. So I don't know, once we install that, I don't think there's going to be enough gap for adding that piece of L-bracket brushed aluminum or whatever this is. The other thought was add a piece on the outside. Add a piece on the outside here, just a taller straight piece of aluminum, and maybe rivet it, maybe. I don't know yet. But then concerns are water going between the new piece that we put on the outside and this piece here. We could, put a lot of caulk in here. Well, caulk and make it nice so it's not an eyesore, so do it right. I don't know. We're still thinking about how we're going to make this work. Of course, if it was this whole shower pan was put in the correct way the first time, we wouldn't be running into this issue. But as always, old houses, you always find a way to make it work. So we'll do that. After we figure that out, we will get the handles installed. And they're around here somewhere. I think they're in the shower. So that's what's up in here. I don't remember if I showed you that the bathroom is gray. So they chose to put the gray, which is the same gray that's in the bedroom here. So the gray, the purple. All right, moving on. What else we got going on? Our markings for, again, those tiles. The 4-inch tiles that we're going to put on the back of the stove area. We're trying to decide what kind of, how many tiles we're going to need, and do we want like an 1/8 inch gap, or if we want a 1/4 inch gap. So depending on which size gap we have, we will have more, will determine how we finish the last tile. Because I think if we do it right with an 1/8 inch, we'll have the same amount of spacing at the top here and as it comes around the corner. So we could actually do half a tile. This is hard. One arm. Half a tile here, and either put its mate on the other side over here, or we could do half a tile here and then do the other half there, depending on how it works out. If we go with the 1/4 inch gap, then what we were thinking of doing is maybe take the leftover blue and put it at the top to fill the gap in. I think it'll work. And then we're also talking about doing the tile around the archway and then all the way down to the floor. We have enough tile, but then now we just got to figure out how we're going to deal with the curve and placing the tile so it doesn't look funny. One thought was we come up with, if we have any extra on the blue, is to use where the wedge shape is going to be with the tile, that will fill that in with the blue. And here's the tile, and let's see if I can sort of recreate what I'm talking about. So it's a very rough idea, exaggerated, but we got the curve of the arch, which is exaggerated. So I'm talking about this piece right here. We'll take that blue that we're going to use for the backsplash and cut that so that it fills in. Now, the only other issue that we're sort of starting to come across is, now, let's see if we can figure out how this opens up. Not my table, so. Hold on, I'm going to put you down for a second. I can feel it. There we go. Okay, got that figured out. So now as we come down, so you're going to go from a curve to a straight, and this is going to be, let's see, the gap over here is going to be a little weird as it comes out of the curve. So trying to figure out what to put in this spacing. This is not exactly what it is, but it sort of shows that there's a weird, the arch is going to be weird going from, you know, the curve to the straight. So we still got to figure that out. We'll get there. We'll make it look good. So, but here's a picture of all the variety of the different tiles that we get to choose from. So we're going to figure out a pattern that we like to put around the back of the kitchen and, or the back of the stove. All right, that went down. All right, what else we got? Stairs. I think this was orange at the time last time. I don't remember. So, my son and his girlfriend decided to do this. The wall was cream, and they decided to do it in a coral, which is what was in the bookcase We've got the washroom all done. Last time, I think it was, we still had some sheetrock that needed to be having a second coat. So that all looks really nice now. It's all one, minus the pipes. I think there's a few spots. Yeah, they missed a few spots up there. Right there. And they knew about it, but they haven't come back to finish it with the ceiling paint. Just the drywall paint up there. So we're talking about over here. We're going to put a bracket against the wall to come out. And then we're going to add a shelf. So the shelf will go, yeah, from across the wall all the way over on top of the expansion tank or the holding tank. And that way it's large enough to put probably a couple of clothes baskets, empty clothes baskets, because you're not going to have much for support on top of the tank. Might be able to put a 2x4 on top of the tank just as a support that's screwed into the bottom of the shelf. And then you'll have the shelf supports just over that shut-off switch. So I think that'll be fine. Maybe they could put a little itty-bitty basket there, like a trash basket. Then we still got to put the baseboard in on the bottom of the wall there. Still got to put the bifold door in. There's the cobalt. This door, after the carpet got put in, we got to trim the bottom of the door again and then put another filler piece in. So I had trimmed it a lot last time, and there's no more wood piece that goes in the bottom of the hollow core door. So we're going to have to put a new insert in, but we got plenty of wood to be able to do that. Just buzz it on the table saw. And yeah, that's where the cobalt came from. So we punched the back of the bookcase with a little bit of color. We got the wall color. And then we've got the green. And we got some yellow. So a bunch of colors, vibrant, nice tropical colors. So that is going to look really, really nice once they get everything in here. Handrail, we sanded, and we're just waiting on putting a couple coats of poly on, then we'll get that reinstalled. And then I did the top of the rail here after they did the wall, so we still need to, we were just going to paint that cream and cream, but now we'll just have them come back. Somebody will come back and paint that the orange, and that should be fine. So I think that's it for right now. We've made a lot of progress, but not a lot. I think we could have been a little bit further along, but oh well. So thanks for joining me and seeing how far we have gotten on our rental renovation. We're almost done. I'm hoping that the next video, maybe be one or two more videos, I'm not sure. Hoping just one more video, and we'll be done this project. So thanks for joining. Please hit the like button if you like what you see. Please hit the subscribe button. That would be awesome to have a little bit more subscribers. So hopefully next time you see this, it'll be hopefully just a couple more weeks. I'll still be in this arm sling. Yippee-doo. So making progress, and hopefully between now and whenever I'll have an adventure that I can do, so we'll have more adventures instead of happenings. All right, thanks. I will see you in the next video. Bye.